media has used communication to reach everyone in the world. We started off with things such as newspapers, word of mouth, and nowadays we have internet, television, and we're all constantly connected to our cell phones. Now, the media has made it accessible for everyone to hear about their products, a certain lifestyle, a pill, and they've been able to shape popular culture and often influence a lot of public opinion. However, when it's abused, the power of the media can harm the general public. Now, biased media tends to make everyone who does watch or listen figure an idea of somebody else's idea of perfect. These stereotypes the media form include thin, tan women, men that are wealthy, nice cars. The majority of the media today often presents a perfect body to the public, hoping that consumers will use a certain product, a certain fitness regimen to obtain that. Now, while this form of advertising may somewhat increase the market share of their product, many people suffer inner conflicts, emotional, physical, failing to try to achieve that perfect body. Now, I want to go ahead and show you some examples of how the media alters our perception. Here I have a magazine cover. Here is the model unretouched, unphotoshopped. As you can see, she has a little bit of rolls here like everyone does, little airbrushed, but not only do magazines cover use this, celebrities do too. Madonna. Believe it or not, Madonna does have wrinkles. She doesn't have that perfect glowy skin as we see in many of the pictures. Here we have another picture of Cameron Diaz. Although she's very thin, they still airbrushed her, turned out some lines. Kim Kardashian, now she has that voluptuous body. She does have some lumps and cellulite like every normal person does. And lastly, Jessica Alba. Now, Jessica Alba is very thin, and in this picture, you can see they're, again, smoothing out her hips, increasing her complexion. So we can see that even celebrities find it okay to use this. And this is what they're broadcasting to young people today. Now, along with the emotional conflicts, those who have been influenced by the media have encountered physical problems such as bulimia, anorexia, and have gone on harmful dietary plans. Now, those consumers who suffer from this are given a false impression about a certain product and through that media. After being influenced by a television commercial or a magazine pictorial, certain people will purchase an item hoping that the same success that that celebrity had will also happen in their lives. Every day, ugly people wear sensual cologne and slow runners will wear the latest Nikes to be faster. Doesn't mean that it's actually changing. Realization of this leads to the demise of many individuals' self-pride. Therefore, the severity of both the mental and physical damage done to the person also depends on the case. Now, the mental effects of the mass media portrayal of the perfect body can cause people to resort to unhealthy methods of losing weight to attain that athletic look that so many desire. Bulimia. This is a food disorder caused by mental insecurities. Doctors recommend that bulimic people see a psychiatrist because the illness includes symptoms which are compulsive exercising, taking laxatives, throwing up, and can cause one's body to become short on electrolytes, which is very unhealthy. Anorexia is also a similar condition in which one loses exorbitant amounts of weight in order to achieve that thin look. And by doing this, they vomit, eat little food. And in one extreme case, I saw a young woman actually lost 30 pounds in a month due to this. Now, what's even more disturbing is that online, there are websites promoted for bulimic and anorexic people. For example, the other day I turned on the TV. There was a commercial, Kim Kardashian and her sisters, talking about a pill. Now, this pill is going to help them lose weight. They said that they didn't have to change their diet, just take the pill once a day. Now, on another website that talks about the effects, some people had liver problems, heart problems, all because of this pill that was going to change. Now, celebrities endorse many of these products, but do you think they actually use this? And many times they don't really think about the effect that it's having on young kids today. Now, other than bulimia, anorexia, there are also many other symptoms that happen and effects that it has. Things as simple as low self-esteem. How many of us have not seen a fitness magazine at Barnes & Noble and just use that as our motivation for beach bodies? Now, some people go into deep depressions because they can't achieve this look that is on a magazine. But as we can see in the pictures I had shown, this look is not achievable because it's altered. Now, the bottom line is that people should make up their minds that they will not be negatively influenced by the media. In doing this, the public can view media for what it really is, conveying information or supplying entertainment. It can only happen in people's minds one at a time. It is true that some messages are sent subliminally, but if consumers would appreciate the advertisement for what it really is, much of this ordeal could be avoided. As long as the method of advertising continues to sell products for companies, there will be the gorgeous woman bouncing around our television telling us how a certain diet pill made her look the way she is while still eating McDonald's. Although there's no direct solution to ending personal suffering due to the images put in front of the American public, there is a starting point. The media's negative grip on society can be greatly decreased if people just remember one thing: what is on television is only an advertisement. Any questions?
Is like anorexia like just as bad as bulimia as far as like hospital visits and stuff? Like, are there like a lot of girls being affected by that, or is it more bulimia?
They're both actually an equal amount. Anorexia actually recently has become bigger because it has been affecting men, boys. In the past year or so, they've actually been doing a lot of studies where men are actually affected by anorexia. And the thing about anorexia and bulimia is that in extreme cases, you can notice someone is very thin, but there's actually a lot of cases where women still are thick. They still have weight on them, but they still suffer from bulimia. So sometimes it's a problem that you don't really know until you really get in depth into the life of the person.
What are the health issues associated with eating disorders?
Like I had mentioned before, especially with bulimia, you become short on electrolytes, meaning your body really can't function on no nutrients, and it starts to affect your skin. Actually, there's some interesting pictures out online of women who do suffer from these. You can tell their skin doesn't really have a lot of color, a lot of pigment. They look tired. So it really does affect the inside, but on the outside you can also notice.
Yeah, I've heard teeth rotting too from the
Yes.
stomach acid.